How'd you get here?
What's good? Welcome back to SA2. First playthrough of it. Getting a little kooky and crazy out in here. Still, sorry, I had to drink a little bit of water. I'm getting a little thirsty. But still haven't gotten to any of the points where I haven't seen the content yet. So we're still going to be stuck in this phase a little bit where I know it's coming. And I kind of know how I feel about this game's content up until a certain point. But we're going to make it work. We're going to rock this shit. We're going to experience a world of new content. And a world that puts me on cloud 9, hopefully, given the way the community fucking sucks this game off. Sorry. I know that was too real, bro. It's just I got so much practice. I'm done. I have problems, bro. Don't click off the video yet. Wait, stay! Please! I swear, I'm a Sonic connoisseur. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. Quick, I need to show that I'm a real Sonic fan. You know, Sonic Movie 2 just didn't have enough Sonic music in it. Does that... How's that, guys? Are we good now? Are we good? Are we chilling? I don't know if that's a particularly popular opinion or unpopular opinion. I don't really give a fuck about Sonic music. I guess Sonic music is a really integral part of the Sonic experience. Like, tell me a Sonic game that didn't have good Sonic music other than Forces, other than... whatever the DS fucking bullshit ass game was. You know, Dark Chronicle Ultra Omega Brotherhood of whatever. You know, other than those, I think every other Sonic game has had, in some capacity, fire music, and I think we've existed in a heightened plane of existence from other music listeners where we really understand what good music is. And they don't really understand what good music is. You know, they listen to fucking Taylor, bro. If you find a Taylor listener, they're out there. They're out there, they're crazy. Even with that dog shit ass new album, they're out there, bro. They're still there trying to cook. Just play them this song, bro. Play them the Amy theme. Same level of quality, if not better. That's all I'm saying. That's all maybe that's a hot take, bro. Maybe that's a hot take. Nah, I am dicking around a lot, though. Dude, it's part of my nature. I'm a dicker arounder. But no, like, I get it. Sonic music is an important part of the experience in a lot of cases. So, like, not having the Sonic music experience when you're watching the movie, like, I get that. It kind of fucks it up a little bit. And you don't want to get the Illumination effect where it's fucking, some random ass bullshit from, I don't know, the 80s playing when Mario is turning into the Superstar Mario or whatever the fuck. Like, I get it. It's not a perfect vibe. But it is what it is, and I think, you know, for what the movie is, for what the movies are, plural, I think it works pretty well. But yeah, I don't know why I'm on such a movie kick now. I guess it's because I just finished the Knuckles TV show. Like, last night I finished it. I just finished it. So I'm kind of locked into the future of that franchise right now. And, you know, there's always potential. There's always potential for the franchise to spin around with movie 3. I am still very excited for movie 3. But, you know, it just wasn't an ideal TV show. It was okay. And if that level of quality is shown with the third movie, I will be a little sad, because it feels like they were moving constantly forward with the franchise from movie 1 to movie 2. Like, movie 2 was a huge leap in quality. And then you get the Knuckles TV show, and it's more like the Wade TV show, and like that, whatever. Wade's a fine character, and it honestly made me appreciate him more, but it's also not the reason I watched the TV show. Like, I don't know. It feels like there was kind of also a weird jump in character for Knuckles. Maybe I'm reading into it wrong, but like, and obviously no spoilers, but towards the end of the show, you get like Knuckles kind of using more slang randomly and dramatically in like the last 2 episodes. It feels like his personality changes a decent amount, just based on, like, I don't know, based on Wade's progression. They kind of were like, well, Knuckles has to progress accordingly, but Knuckles really didn't go through a whole lot that would make him progress emotionally. It's hard to explain. Watch the TV show and, like, I don't know. You might get what I'm saying. I also might be going nuts though with everything that I'm saying. So don't take my word for it too much. By the way, the video game we're playing, very cool, very fun. Me likey. No, but actually I do really fuck with the Tails content in this game. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. It's not exactly Sonic, but it falls in line with the Omega content from SA1 pretty well from what I've heard. Some people like Omega better, some people, I don't know. It's a weird on and off thing. I haven't beaten Sonic Adventure 1 either. I've literally only played Sonic Story, and then I haven't touched any other story, so cut me some slack. But I've heard things about Omega Story, like, I've heard it's pretty good. I've heard that this is, in some capacity, similar, and I appreciate it. I like this content. I think it's fun. More fun than Knuckles. It's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles is the way that it goes for me, at least in order of this content. From what I've played, the little tiny bit I've played, I think I've played like an hour and a half of the game. I've only gotten an hour and a half in, something like that. So nothing, again, guys, relax, nothing too crazy. We're still in chiller mode. By the way, for those of you who didn't know, if you weren't part of the Sonic community, if you look at the writings on the wall behind Sonic, you'll notice endgame spoilers. Whoa. Nah, Sonic actually did all that. He was doing a little bit of quantum physics stuffs. But no, like, okay, I want to tell you a story, right? I tried to record a Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough a long time ago, a very, very long time ago, when I was but a wee lad, and I said I didn't know anything. And that was true. I hadn't really played the story for more than 5 seconds, but I had watched a bunch of shit. I knew about the Sonic community stuff, and I kind of, you know, I was locked into it, bro. I had a vision. I knew what the chefs were cooking out there in the fucking kitchen. And I was like, check this out. You can see endgame content there. And I got so many comments that were like, you fucking liar. You knew the content that existed in the game. You obviously played it before, you fucking liar. Things like that. So I want you guys to know, if I know anything that shows evidence that I've beaten this game before, trust me, it's just because I'm chronically online. It's not because I've played the game before, I swear. Cut me some slack. It's okay. I swear to God, I've just watched a lot of YouTube content before, so I know a thing or two. So it's okay. It's totally fine. I think it's... Oh, it's still B. I don't know why I tried to press a button acting like this game would fucking put something on a different button, bro. I don't know why. I don't know what I was cooking. The chef was not cooking on that one. I'm sorry, boys. But, dude... This stage is so fucking tough. I see why people think that this is like the de facto Sonic game. It has a very unique... I need to stop pressing the jump button, bro. I keep forgetting that I don't have to jump into that one. But I see why people lock in on this shit. Like, it is a really fun gameplay style, and... I don't know, it doesn't take more skill, I don't think, than the Boost Formula games. Like, that, I wouldn't call it skill. It takes a different brain space. It feels more like... I don't know if I want to say that. I was gonna say it feels more like a platformer than the Boost Formula games, but that's also not really true. It just feels like a different platformer. So like, I don't. It's hard to like kind of lock in on why this game works so well for a Sonic game. You know, it's difficult. It's difficult. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on in my brain. You wouldn't understand the machinations of what's happening in my mind. But it does feel very good to play, and there's a reason that so many Sonic fan games and so many Sonic-like games try to use this style, and like rather than the Boost Formula style. And like, obviously not to shit talk the Boost Formula game. That's what I grew up on. That's what honestly, it's still my favorite way to play Sonic, like easily, without a doubt. But you know, there's a reason that a lot of Sonic fan games kind of gravitate towards this style, and it's because a lot of people really fuck with it. And you know, it might be, here's what I'm thinking, it might be that this game is a little more palatable than the Boost Formula games. That's kind of what I'm getting at right now in my, that's where my brain's puzzle pieces are kind of interlocking right now. It's very much more palatable. Whereas the boost formula, it's kind of like you have to like a very specific type of platformer to enjoy the boost formula game. So boost formula game, like there's a single one. I feel like I've been saying that the whole time. Games, plural. Holy shit. It's wait, guys. This is the line. I'm gonna make you eat those words. There you go. The cutscenes are bad, bro. Say what you want about the story. The cutscenes are ass. I mean, they're tight in their own way, but you know, obviously the music. There's a lot of issues, bro. There's a lot of shit. But like I was saying, I feel like this game is more palatable. This game is easier to sit down and like lock in on, and even if you don't like Sonic, even if you don't like high-speed platformers, you can still sit down and play this game and get a good time out of it. Like it's not difficult to play necessarily. Difficult to master? Yeah, 100%. Getting a perfect run on this it'd be hard. And it's not something that I can personally do, you know, as someone who hasn't really played the adventure games particularly much. But I don't know. The baseline is easier to get into, and I think the what am I trying to say? The baseline's easier. The highest point of gameplay is probably a little bit more nuanced than the boost formula game. Does that make sense? So like, I don't know. I personally like the boost formula more in a lot of cases. I think it promotes replay value in a way that I really fuck with personally, where it's like very quick, very rapid replay. Whereas for this game, I don't know. I feel like you probably have to, I don't want to say put in more effort, because that's obviously not true. I don't know. There's like less pathways in some cases, and you have to kind of learn one very specific run of this a little different. It's hard to explain, because I don't know. I guess there's also like one specific run that just works. Guys, I should have just took my hand off, bro. That's all I'm saying. Next time, I got you. Next time, I'm taking my hand off the controller, and I'm letting Sonic do his thing. But no, I don't. It's hard to explain, because both have their own reasons for being difficult to master, and both have their own reasons for being like easier in some capacities. It's hard to explain really why some things work in the boost formula, some things work in the adventure formula, why some things wouldn't work X, Y, and Z way, you know, in the other formula. It's just hard, man. It's really difficult to kind of put into words. But whatever. Ancient light attack to defeat multiple enemies at light speed? No way. That's so cool. I don't think I'm ever gonna use that. But whatever. Cool. But yeah, again, it's a hard thing to explain. And I haven't put enough time and thought into it to rationalize it. But at the end of the day, I do like the boost formula more. And I think mastering those stages is a little more fun. You know what? Maybe here's probably what I think it is. When I play the boost formula games, like, I know why I fucked up a section, but here there's a little bit of jank, right? Like, there's a tiny bit of jank. All of the shit's on the same button. Like, even if you master the gameplay, even if you master a lot of the elements of the stage, there's still the chance that you're going to fuck something up just because the game read your input as, oh, he wants to do this rather than this. And I've never, I don't think anyone's ever been a fan of that, but like, that gets to me way more, because it just makes me upset when I'm like, I know that if I utilize this mechanic here, I could have done well, but the game is all on one fucking button. So obviously, you know, things are gonna get misread, misinterpreted by the game. And it's not going to work to the same degree that the boost formula games do, where everything is kind of on its own button. Everything is something that you can do very intentionally. And I think that's why I personally enjoy the boost formula more. But like, I don't know, the kind of fan games that utilize this style and actually put things on different buttons, those fan games fuck really hard. Like Rollin' Rascal, I know that's kind of like, it's a Sonic-like rather than the fan game. That's a really fun game. I think the baseline for like Spark 3's gameplay is really fun, even if the level design gets kind of doggy in the end of the game. Well, I need to play that game and talk about it. I just need to play that game and talk about it. But like, it gets rough. It gets tough. It falls into this category where like, I want to like the game, but at the end of the day, some of the shit that happens towards the end of it just makes it like, okay. It makes it an okay experience. Teetering on good, but like, you know, it's hard to explain. I thought there was a fly coming out of my computer screen, bro. What the fuck is wrong with me? All right, we'll play Pumpkin Hill later. I don't have the emotional bandwidth for this right now. I love you, Knuckles, but like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a little me time, and then we'll come back to you later. Go back to your TV show and do whatever. I'll catch y'all next time. Until then.